Hello everyone, my name is KronoGP Power, or KGP for short. Now, this is part 0. This is basically me explaining Deku's abilities. Just to start off, me personally though, I love OP characters. But without further ado, let's get into this video. Now, as far as ability goes for Deku, or Izuku Midoriya, now, first abilities. I would like to keep it gradual. Now, through fights, he would gradually get stronger. Now, I don't want to spoil anything because I feel like that would mess a lot of things up for now, and I don't want to bust out story points. But without further ado, now, abilities. Ki Blast is something he will learn. Also, with other things, he would not have transformations, at least at the start. I can see him busting out a transformation in Deer Needs a Stress, where he actually, needs that power and actually has to use all his, and I also feel like, as a downside, knowing that how other heroes have their downsides and weaknesses, his downside would be almost like chakra, where, like, if you, I'm pretty sure, have, and if I'm wrong, please tell me, but if you use too much chakra, you will, basically, you can't use your abilities. I'll do the same thing with Ki. Now, his Ki, at first, he isn't the best with it. And you can't expect someone to be the best with something that they just got. I say he would turn down the quirk from All Might, only to say that the reason he literally turns down the quirk from All Might is because he feels like just how Goku or Vegeta, they don't want excess power. Unlike Goku, when he got God Ki, he had to do that so everybody didn't die, but that's different. So, anyway, Deku has limitations. He has to build up his body. Now, I'll say that this is a quirk. I don't want a full blown. He'll be a rare speed. He's gonna be built different. Deku is basically going to borderline be something else, something different. He's gonna be almost like people that have two quirks. His quirk will be known as Ki. Now, where it allows him to launch out Blast. At first, he can do Big Blast, mainly because that'll use all of his Ki, which will exhaust him into, exhaustion. But, hey, he'll get through it or whatever. But, as I said, he has his limitations. You can't expect a single person, you can't see, but I did quotations, basically doing his entire thing. But it is what it is. Now, another thing. He does not take the quirk from All Might, because that goes against his Saiyan genes. And he's like, no, I want to get this power on my own, and I actually want to work for it, instead of getting my power first from something else, from someone else, I mean. And the sludge villain, I'd say he'd still have the altercation with it, trying to literally molest him. But, yeah, that happens. But, nonetheless, he does not take the quirk from All Might. Now, could other things happen? Of course. But, it's whatever. Okay, wait. Okay, I need to back out real quick. This will be part 1, because I actually want to do something. I just don't want to keep it plain and ill, and disgusting, and boring. Anyway, it probably is boring. Now, Deku goes through the sludge villain. No. I have to step back for a little bit. I don't want to go too far. Deku is still bullied by Kacchan. Main thing, we'll say his genes makes him. Okay, so let's go to the point where basically Deku keeps seeing Kacchan bully that kid. Now, at this point, his quirk activates. He basically is ecstatic that his quirk is actually working, and it's amazing. It's just insane. Now, sorry about that, but anyway, now he sees that, oh my god, my quirk's working, and Isuku is just ecstatic, and then Bakugo gets severely pissed off. Deku, I'll finish. You actually think just because you awaken your quirk that you can actually beat me. I will end you, nerd. And with this, Bakugo would literally try to launch at Deku for trying to protect the kid, and basically saying that this is none of your business and that you basically got yourself into this yourself or whatever. Now, Deku would basically try to move out the way, and he'll block it with both of his hands in an X crossed motion. Now, he would end up getting into a fight, and then Deku would not even know how strong he is at the time, with extreme rage, and the Saiyan cells boiling with just wanting to fight and actually get experience. He basically punched Kacchan dead in the nose, which launched him back on his rear. Now, the sorry. Basically, then he gets launched back on his rear, his booty, his basically gets launched back. And with that, the teachers walk out and see basically Bakugo on the ground with blood streaming out of his nose. And they look at Deku like, Deku, did you do this? We thought you were quirkless. And with this, Kacchan says, damn nerd, just for that, I'll get you, bastard. And with that, Deku wins. He's just ecstatic of everything that's happening. Now, he finally can do stuff. Now, we skip a little bit more to basically the quirk. Basically, now we skip a little baby, not even a time skip, just a little bit forward. Now, this is the point where they're going for UA. Now, while they're in class, the teacher is basically stating, now, during this, you guys are going to pick who wants to go to which school, and we'll basically state on who wanted to go where. Now, it'll state everyone else, and then it'll state people like, as we know, most of you guys are ready for this. Everyone starts blasting off their quirks. And just that, Deku's just sitting in the back, doing his thing, and not really paying attention to anyone. Just thinking about the power he has, and the way he can basically hone his skills into being a better person overall. Now, as the teacher is stating where people want to go, he goes off just like in canon, almost just like in canon with a tiny little tweak, with saying, oh, UA, who wants to go, stuff like that, you get my feeling. And basically, and then Bakugo would say, like he did in canon, saying, oh, Deku, no matter, even if you do have a quirk, I'll still be better than you. Your quirk is nothing compared to mine. Just because you have a little strength doesn't mean I still can't knock you on your ass. Now, with him saying that, but with this, Deku still has his normal personality, but he still has a little bit of confidence, knowing that he can fight for himself and he can actually do things his own and not be a little wuss. Now, with that, my bad, sorry, but with that, basically, he said, even if we do go to UA, I'll still be better than you, Deku. And with that, the school day ends. With his pride boiling, he said, man, I'll take the long way home. Just think my mind over. That does not sound like an actual word, but anyway, he does that. And he basically goes to the same alley he did in canon, with the sludge villain looking at him. During this, he's basically not peak physical, but he has meat on him, you know what I'm saying? He's not like nothing. He's like, he's basically not Teen Goku level, but he looks like Teen Goku, but tinier, a little bit, but shorter. You feel me? But he's not like at Teen Goku level. Come on, man. I don't want to compare this series to like Dragon Ball like that, because all the god shit. But anyway, now with that, the Sludgeman tried to get in. He said he's gonna take his body or whatever. All Might comes in, and basically with that, he gets his ball in bottles, just like canon. But with this, Deku's actually able to push him back, and then All Might comes and sees that sludge villains all splattered on the walls. He's like, "Kid, did you do this?" He said, "Yeah, yeah, I did." "Oh my God, it's All Might. Can you sign my notebook?" And he's like, "Sure, kid. What's your quirk?" He said, "Well, my quirk is Ki, but it's more of like a strength boosting, almost like your quirk, kind of. It's kind of like your quirk, where it involves strength boosting and stuff like that." And basically, All Might is intrigued. He said, "Hey, this kid's knows stuff." Basically, he signs his notebook and then he basically launches off. And Deku doesn't have any need to truly say, "Can I be a hero?" Because he already knows he has the potential to be a great hero overall. Now, with that, Deku basically walks home and basically he hears a loud explosion, not even a few minutes by. He says, "Gee, what's going on?" And basically walks over there and he sees Bakugo, or as I think he would say, Kachan. And basically he'd say, "Why are none of the heroes do anything? Oh wait, none of their quirks are suited for this at all." And then he would basically say, "I have to do something." With his Saiyan blood boiling, he basically has, with a little bit of Q literally spraying at his hands. Somebody says, "Look at his hands," like, "Kid?" And basically Deku just launches off with literally him not even thinking about it for even a second. He basically launches and then he strives and he even basically launches a key blast at it, which basically launches it away, which hits it in its eye, which basically launches with Kanchan sticking to it a little bit. And then he grabs Kanchan by his arm, and basically, before he even knows it, he's out of energy, breathing heavily, and basically sitting there like, "I've never used that much power before." And basically, all the heroes will say, "Gee, this kid's something else." With All Might launching down, actually being intrigued and saying, "Sorry I was late, but looks like everything's been done here. But don't worry, I see you saved your friend, and that you can truly be a hero." Obviously, I just made a little, I messed up, but anyway, we'll pass over that. Anyway, he'd say, "Wow, you saved them. You truly can be a great hero." Or he'd say something like, "I can see you being a great hero in the future," or something like that. And with that, Bakugo would end up awaking after he passes out and say, "Deku, you saved me?" And with that, Deku, or Izuku, would simply say, "Yeah, I did." He wouldn't get cocky and say, "Haha, I saved you," and all that, but he'd say, "No matter even if you are not the perfect friend, I still don't want to see you hurt, man." And then he said, "Thanks." He said, "Yeah, of course, anytime." And with that, Deku goes to his house and does his own thing. Now, he basically says, "Over all that power that I used, I feel like I can hone my skills and truly become a great hero, like All Might said." And with that, he basically trains himself. He plans to train himself over the course of the 10 months of before the entrance exam to make sure that he can hone them skills instead of using one key blast and almost tiring himself out, be able to use multiple. And with that, we leave this timeline. Thanks everybody for watching or listening nonetheless, and if you want more, feel free to subscribe and like and comment. Without further ado, KGP is out of here. Have fun everyone and stay safe.